Salutations everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Overlord 2. I'm your host, BrainBoy, where we'd last left off. We had finished stamping out a very, very annoying rebellion. And with that rebellion removed, we now have full control over Everlight. Now, I've actually done a lot of work and a little bit of research in the meantime. Since that period of time, because I wanted to get as close to 100% in this game as I physically can, although I think I missed out on like one or two evil crystals, as there's one or two evil crystals that are actually missable permanently, which I knew there was something that was permanently missable, but at least it was something that's relatively minor. Now, as you can see, I've built up a ton of gold, so what we're going to do is we're going to upgrade our reds to maximum. Upgrade our browns to maximum as we're making use of Kelda as our first mistress.
Now stronger, master. Your browns now stronger, master.
We'll do the same with our reds.
Reds now stronger, master.
Wiping out all our gold. And I would do the same. Let's go with blues.
Your blues now stronger, master.
And I'll show you a little bit of the grind I was doing because we're going to need them all for the final fight, as even though this game is mostly blind, a very, very long time ago, I did end up seeing what the final boss of Overlord 2 was well before I actually bothered playing the game. As a result, well, it's been spoiled for me, and I can say this, blues are definitely necessary in that fight, so we might as well make it so the average blue will not die like a little wuss. I also know how to get the actual mistresses, or at least the, I can get them all to play along. It's just, I have done most everything right, but it's not perfect. So I'm just going to do a little bit of a survey of our domain, especially after all this is said and done. Starting off with one of the most important bits that I somehow missed. Nordberg. You have one more secret from me that you've kept, and kept so dearly you have. In fact, I was surprised when I learned about it, as there's actually a maximum to the amount of minions we're supposed to be able to have. That maximum is 50. We have 45. So I wondered, where did I miss? Perhaps I missed it at the Empire Harbor. It makes sense, we didn't spend a lot of time there, and we didn't, go through it 1,000 times. Nope, turns out all I missed there was an evil crystal that I just happened to run into by accident at one of the major fortifications. And if these gnomes are going to get themselves killed, I might as well farm them for their endless amounts of life force, because that's all they're good for. Alright, are you done? Good. And we'll grab the gold that happens to be here as well, even though it's become less and less of an issue. Okay, sorry, the brown was spazzing out. Now, there's a small order to things I do here of collecting gold on an ever-constant basis, but there's a lot of hidden chests around this place that contain a healthy amount of gold for us to use. Oh, baby, the gnomes think they're useful. You know what? That one's a trooper. He can live. If he's going to run into my own town, he's going to soon learn that no one in the town respects him. Now, you may be wondering, where exactly did I miss this minion object? Well, I can definitely say this. It's literally right in front of me this whole time, and I've missed it. So I need to stop this minecart at a very specific point, and stop.
Reds!
Send our reds. No. Do I have to do this myself? Okay, I don't have to do this myself. I just have to get them in a guard post so they'll actually fire upon the stupid thing.
Choose all!
Yeah, so this little minion object has been here this whole time, and I've missed it. I also distinctly remember looking straight at it, and then proceeding to completely ignore it. Do you know how easy this game would have been with just a few more minions? Just a few more. That extra DPS versus the gargantuans. All that stuff I've missed out. All because I could have taken 5 more minions. It hurts. It hurts me internally externally.
You can control
Infernally.
a larger minion horde, sire. Now don't let the power go to your head.
So yeah, we are now at our absolute maximum of the amount of minions we can control. Also, if you're paying attention, you might notice there's a few strange hats about us. Well, I decided to run through our minion list and find the minions of the Browns specifically, who have some very, very fancy and nice hats. And so they've all been revived from the grave. So, taking those liberties, we have a very fashionable horde with us. At the same time, I've also gotten our level 10 minions together.
Of our town? I hear the spider infestation has been wiped out in Everlight. Think it was the master.
And at the same time, we're also going to just collect a bunch of supplies that happens to be available. Considering these people are producing a lot of work for us, we might as well equip ourselves with everything that we physically can before going all out. Admittedly, I'm not going to get the perfect horde achievement, which is like, you have to have 300% on all your minions, and I feel like that would just take forever at this point. And the game really should have been over last week, but I was delayed so heavily by multiple simultaneous events that happened. Most notably me nearly getting a job, but now it's being iffy, so bleh, blee, blue.
Don't kill me, Lord.
But yes, we have a lot of things
We can't
to
stop
collect still. In the meantime, how's everyone been doing? I know as the Overlord, I've been doing fantastic, especially now that I'm at full strength.
I'm so tired.
And sure, I'm not going to be at full minion power and potential, but who bloody heck,
Did you really
who
ride
in the
a
bloody
sedan
heck
chair, Dark
cares?
One?
Yes, I rode in a sedan chair. I stole it from someone else. Also, if I can pay attention to who has what, I might be able to pull it off, because it's the Overlord banner and then two. One in the throne room, one in the bedroom. For each of these lovely, lovely young ladies who have joined us in our dark quest. Or dark inquest. Dark quest sounds better.
Glorious is much more fun this way, especially when we throw fire.
I still love the little thing of just squelching a rabbit underfoot. It definitely shows how far beneath
If
me
I
those
die,
creatures are.
know that I died
But,
serving
yes,
you,
other
sire.
interesting things I learned. There's actually a
I wish
DLC
you
for this
could
game.
finish me off fast
It
rather
doesn't
than
seem like
finish
it's on the
me off
PC
slowly.
version, and that's honestly a shame, because you know what it has? My absolute favorite thing in any Overlord game. It has the freaking arena.
Did you really
I could have
break
had
the arena, Sawyer?
my own personal arena this whole time, and it was lost to me. Purely and utterly because it's a DLC, and I think it's only for the 360 version. If it's not, well, then I just happen to not get it. But there's also unique equipment, both for your Overlord, because I think it gives you some storm-based equipment as well. Some additional spell catalysts. By the way, we actually have to go and recover one. And I think I'm going to make this a two-parter, because, well, it's going to be a very long episode, so we might as well have both. Ah yes, we might as well collect all this stuff. So this is basically just the final bits of Overlording episode, so I guess I should say now is that before we begin the actual final assault,
to serve the
we're probably going to be running around collecting all this stuff and listening to these people blather on endlessly. Alright, everyone, get together.
We're all terribly, terribly evil around here now, Lord.
It's also annoying that we can't actually teleport to the towns proper, but it's just a minor inconvenience, and we only get to see these fat slobs one more time anyway. But yes, there's boss fight, like entire boss fights in that arena, forge stones for very specific and specialized equipment that I would probably love to have, because I think there's like a Storm Ruler sword and otherwise in there. And just a great many things that I think are missing out. And supposedly it's one of those DLCs that you could have had to begin with.
Better to be overworked and alive
Like,
than underworked.
it was
and dead.
content that should have been in the game, but was not. I even found a section of the Minion Hive that I think would have
We're all
been
out of
finished, because it
umbrellas,
looks
I'm
like there's a
afraid.
bridge
Would you
that
like a
should
cherry on a
go
stick?
off to an area that I should be able to visit, yet I'm not able to do
I
so.
serve the evil party. I'm simply pausing work to bask in your dark glory, Master.
Need more vomit buckets!
The Mother Goddess is nothing compared to you, Dark One.
So nice that I was able to utterly brutalize a god. So much that their worshippers can't even follow her any longer. And you know what? If it happens, it happens. We might end up getting the achievement, who knows. But at this point, we're basically achievement hunting. Come on, get in there. I don't want you to leave, because I'm going to need to teleport you with me elsewhere. But we're going to need to get blues anyway, because there's another section with a spell catalyst I completely ignored. Oh yes, and speaking of which, that arena also gives me 3 more spell catalysts. You know how useful that would have been? I might have been able to actually finish off my domination spell, in addition to getting the minion buffing spell a little bit up there, which some of you might wonder why I just did the domination spell. Even though there's not really a whole lot to dominate anymore, well, that's just for posterity's sake. But yes, I've basically been farming this place on endlessly for like the past hour and a half. Which is why this episode's delayed, and also today includes an episode that should have gone up yesterday, but I wasn't paying attention to what day it's released, because YouTube for some reason likes setting it a full 24 hours in advance for when another video gets out there, when you have it on a scheduled upload, but that's just YouTube things. Hashtag just YouTube things.
Don't down it all at once.
Yeah, we can go grab some more equipment real quick. Just run through, because we're probably going to have to take one more stop here before too long. 271%.
Better
Glorious.
to be overworked and alive than underworked.
But yes,
and
now
dead.
to the next important section of the game. We have to go back to the Empire sewers, because I had completely forgotten a spell catalyst that exists down there. And potentially a few other items. And there's also another health upgrade we're supposed to earn, but that, well, we'll get in just a moment. Empire sewers. Yes. And we'll just let the toads ravish the poor quarter. Also, my exploration of the wasteland unveiled... Did I actually get anything else in the wasteland exploration? Why am I putting away my reds? I should... You know what? No. Give me my reds. Putting away the browns, because the blues are infinitely more useful to me right now.
Blues!
You can move. Because there's a dark crystal underneath. That is something I want to claim as well. But we're going to just move this backwards far enough. Interesting, so I have to dock this somewhere else. I'm going to guess that I have a very, very long way around to go through. But these final explorations are also fun. And I also got the evil crystal.
Go back to Nordberg.
I also ended up grabbing the evil crystal that was hidden from me in the Everlight Reef. Wait, what? Oh, okay. Sorry, that was confusing of why it popped up there. And then he proceeded to Jesus hands his way through the metal grate to grab a crystal bigger than the grate. Anyway, can I get my blues out from that section? Because I could definitely make use of you grabbing that spell catalyst for me. But yes, this episode's basically dedicated. I've already mentioned that. How many times am I going to repeat myself? Honestly, that's one of my own pet peeves, my own commentaries. I tend to repeat myself a lot and basically do a lot of meta-analysis in the videos of myself as a person. And of that, I am not a big fan of. Because I could easily cut out a lot of that and say a lot more insightful commentary, yet that's something I haven't really done so. Yeah. Also, a nice little touch that a lot of this place is filled with wine, because that's at least historically accurate, as the waters here are
You haven't
disgusting.
seen any large frogs, have you? Oh, nasty.
Oh, I've murdered a ton of them. I'm the reason your arena is finally crushed.
Ah, a spell catalyst. Lots of magical mayhem right there.
Alright, now, we're going to use this raft, because I'm going to back up, because I'm actually curious I don't think I could land right there, but I'm curious of what's over in this section, because we've never been here. Well, none can deny that it's not interesting. Wasting my bloody time. Thought we were going to go on some magical adventure, but instead, no. Goodness me, no, we're not.
What's a gladiator doing down here in the slums?
Alright. Yeah, we'll go back to the Netherworld Tower. Oh, and yes, the Wasteland did change as well as the... Not the Empire, exiled Empire citizens were also completely removed from existence and killed by a zombie apocalypse. So let's see. So Kelda has this,
Be careful of
Juno has
Empire ladies,
this.
sire. They've got a way of making all your gold disappear.
So we just need to get Faye to... We just have to
The
get...
sanctuary
Oh
has
god,
been
no.
destroyed. Dark Fae has come to play. They need more black velvet.
Velvet, if she's going to stay. Silence, Quaver, you interrupt my thoughts. Alright, so Faye needs to get the alcove. I need to take the banner for myself. The candles, I think, belong to Juno. Is the bed? Yes, the bed is Kelda. So we need to just move the alcove to Juno, and I take the banner. And then I think we'll have the true overlording style. So Miss Faye, welcome to being the first mistress once again.
This is where I belong.
I still don't like that they're out there with, like, nothing. Can we at least get them some chairs? Perhaps they could work something out. Perhaps an arrangement. Anyway. So
Your
Faye,
taste appeal?
take the
It
alcoves.
pleases me.
I'll take the banner.
It's an improvement. We've had a little talk.
And we think that we can get along. At least for the next, 30 minutes? Maybe an hour, if you keep us company.
Why don't you come inside and see how well we can all get along?
Wow, master! You go, master!
Who would have thought we could get on that well? For so long.
We couldn't have done it without you. Here's a token of our affection, Dark One.
Ah, excellent. Well, 'twas worth it. Now, Kelda will have to be made the first mistress. Just as a final bit of preparation. And who knows, perhaps I might do a little, here's all of Quaver's sayings at a future date. I just need to have the time to sit
I
back
knew
and let
you'd
it
come
record.
around.
But yes, with everything put together, now I think all our preparations are fully complete. The only thing I could possibly do more of is get the final upgrades courtesy of the evil crystals. Oh, and yes, spell catalyst. Might as well do that and just show you where it goes. But I think that's our 9th spell catalyst, meaning that's the last of the spell catalysts that are in the game proper. If I had the DLC, 3
Got to
more
keep
would have been
tabs on the old
added.
magic, sire.
Let's see here. Yes, this is the exact last one.
Good choice, master.
Oh, and it is the minion spell. My apologies. I thought I took the domination spell. Oh well, perhaps I'm going old and senile. At this ripe age of
Don't mind
21.
me, master.
Eh. Well, we're going to head back down to the throne room. Ourselves at full strength. Oh wait, now they're uneven, aren't they? That's a bloody shame, actually.
Blue Bringer.
Oh
The
no.
Blues are back.
Well, just so we don't have to listen to Quaver speak, I'm going to do the end of the episode here. When we come back, we will end the game proper. So, I hope you've all enjoyed watching. This has been BrainBoy20 with Let's Play Overlord 2, and I'm signing off. If you enjoyed the video, remember to like, comment, or subscribe. It helps out a great deal. And I hope to see you all next time. Until then, make your war preparations for the Empire Fall.